A couple of weeks ago, I interviewed Katrina Lane, the CEO, first female CEO of The Pet Store, which is a major chain that has over 20,000 stores and 100,000 employees. Today, I'm going to interview Mr. Kent Wayne. He is the owner of the fish store. Let's see how different his answers are.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Clifford Lars James Kirk II.
How you doing, Mr. Kirk II? What can I do for you?
I'm from Aquarium Lovers Magazine. I'm supposed to interview Mr. Wayne today.
Okay, Kent.
Yeah.
James, Aquarium Lovers Magazine is here?
Y'all are Team CK here, huh?
Oh, no, this is Team CJ. Have you heard of the new aqua filter?
No. If it's new, I don't know anything about it.
Oh my gosh, well, you've got to check out the aqua filter and you have to check out CJ. They have the most amazing products and they have a 5-year warranty, which is amazing and such impeccable customer service.
5-year warranty. You don't hear about that much in this industry.
Yeah, they're the best.
Hey, Mr. Wayne. Clifford Lars James Kirk II. You just call me Dave. Hey, just call me Kent. Okay, Mr. Kent. Your parents must have been big-time Metallica fans, huh? Cliff Burton, Lars Ulrich, James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, Dave Mustaine. I don't know. Your parents must have been big Batman and Superman fans. Okay, touche. What can I do for you, Dave? Well, I was hoping I could interview you for Aquarium Lovers Magazine. Oh man, it's kind of a crazy day around here and we're definitely understaffed, but I tell you what, why don't we just go back and talk in my office? Diana, can you handle things here?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Bless him.
Come on in. Have a seat. Thanks. You know, I interviewed Katrina Lane a couple weeks ago. Really? Who's that? She's the CEO of the pet store? Oh, okay. Well, that must have been interesting. Well, it was interesting how she danced around all my questions and fed me a whole lot of nonsense. I'll put a card up there if you want to watch that. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I guess having just interviewed her, it'd make a lot of sense for me to start this interview by asking you the question, how do you feel about big box pet stores? I think they're great. Really? Hell yeah. See, we actually look at them as almost like a stepping stone to get to us. People come into the hobby, they get all of their stuff from there because they think they're getting a deal and it's cheaper. And then when they have problems down the line and they go back to that store, they can't really get any reliable help, so they come to us. And once they come to us, we got a customer for life. Well, that's a really good way of looking at it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I could look at them as the enemy, but why? They bring people into the hobby. I don't care who you are. That's a good thing. What do you think differentiates the big box pet stores with smaller mom and pop operations like yours? Hands down, it's personal attention. I have everything I've got invested in this, and so I have a vested interest in making sure that I take care of my customers, so I give them that personal attention that they need. Big box pet stores, they really can't do that. I mean, occasionally you'll find a diamond in the rough, but those are pretty rare. Yeah, it seemed like the CEO of the pet store was more concerned about her cat's nail color than she was giving personal attention to customers. Well, that's a shame. She's super hot though, so she's got that going for her. Plus, she probably makes like $5 million a year. Yeah. She was totally into me. Really? Yeah, you know, she didn't really say anything, but you know how you can just tell. Hey, go get him, Tiger. It's a curse. What are you going to do? So in my interview with the hot CEO that couldn't keep her hands off of me, she said, and I quote, "I want to focus on relationships with our suppliers to ensure we're getting the best deal, efficiency, and making sure all of our customers feel comfortable in our stores." End quote. What's your focus in this store? I mean, all of those things make sense. We all want to be efficient, and dealing with suppliers is kind of a necessary evil. But I'm not really sure what she means when she talks about wanting to make sure all the customers are comfortable. I would imagine she's thinking of it being a warm and inviting place that customers don't feel intimidated, when she's not thinking about rubbing baby oil all over my entire body. So gross. Oh. Somewhere that they can just let their kids run around like little crazy people and bang on the tanks and, stuff like that. She did say that children are the future of this hobby when she wasn't undressing me with her eyes. Oh God, please make it stop. Listen, we definitely want our customers to be comfortable. So we work very hard to make sure our tanks are always clean, our fish are always healthy, and the customers have a good experience. That's what brings them back to us for life. But it's not always about appearance. I don't think Kat feels that way. Kat? Katrina Lane. She told me I can call her Kat. For her, it's entirely about appearance. My appearance. Right. Well, I mean, of course we want our store to be nice, but we're not a nightclub. I mean, we're here to provide a good overall experience for the customers and for the fish. I would imagine one of the ways you do that is by having the right staff in place. Like that CEO imagines me cleaning out the litter boxes. That's disgusting. But yes, having the right staff in place is absolutely critical. We are super fortunate to have the staff we do. The pet store sends their new employees off to a 2-day training where they learn about safe spaces, point of sale systems, and dress codes. When she's not thinking about... Sorry. We don't send our new hires off anywhere. We train them right here by just having them follow me around and listening to what I would tell customers. Sure, we have them stocking shelves and organizing and doing tank maintenance and stuff like that. But when it comes to advising customers, I need to be sure that they're up to speed on what I would tell customers. Our employees are an extension of me. So whatever they're telling customers might as well be coming out of my mouth. So I want to make absolutely sure that they're going to be telling customers what I would say. And this takes a while. So let me get this straight. You prioritize good information over giving the customers the bare minimum. You're not going to follow that up with some BS story about the CEO lusting over you? Well, you told me to stop. I'm not trying to flex on you. I appreciate that. Anyway, yes, there is nothing that will drive people away from this hobby faster than dead fish. It is absolutely my job to be a resource for these customers so that they know exactly what they need to know to keep their fish happy and healthy. And if they run into a problem, they have the confidence knowing that they can come to me, and me or one of my staff will be more than happy to help them out. What about betas? Sexy CEO lady didn't even know what I was talking about when I asked her about them. Maybe she should have thought less about Dave. I was going to say maybe she should think less about giving her employees safe spaces and create a better environment for the betas. What are you thinking about? I'm sure that's what you were going to say. First of all, we call them betas too, because we're not nerds. And second, these are some of the easiest fish in the hobby to keep, but they're a huge challenge for fish stores. Why is that? Well, as I'm sure you're aware, the males sell way faster than the females, and I'm sure you're also aware that if we put them all in one big tank, it would just be one huge bloodbath. So we have no choice but to keep them in the cups that the suppliers send them in. But I have a very strict policy that somebody on my staff changes 100% of the water in those cups every single day. Really? Wow. Yeah, this is why when you come in my store, you're not going to find a bunch of dead betas or a bunch of them laying on the bottom of the cups. Our betas are upright, their bellies are full, and they're just as happy as could be. What about other fish? You seem to have thousands of other fish in this pet store, and they all seem to be a lot healthier than what you'd find at the big box pet stores. Why is that? Well, it's simple. We take care of them. If you come in here on a Wednesday or a Thursday, which is typically our slowest days of the week, you're going to find hoses and buckets everywhere because that's when we're doing our maintenance. Plus, we feed them the absolute best food in the industry, Northfin. Well, that's a huge expense to do that every week. Well, it is, but it isn't. I mean, if you look big picture, keeping the fish as happy and healthy as possible, what does that mean? That means that if a customer buys a fish from us, they're going to have a good experience because their fish is healthy and lives for a long time. So when a customer has a good experience, what does that mean for us? They come back when they need more fish. Exactly. They wouldn't even entertain the idea of going anywhere else to buy their fish. That's what makes it worth the expense. Well, that's brilliant. Last question, and then I gotta go. I've got a date with the sexy CEO at 5. I take issue with some manufacturers putting photos on their products of like big goldfish in a 5-gallon tank or in fish bowls, stuff like that. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about, and what do you do about it? Because when I asked Kat about it, she didn't know anything about what I was talking about, and of course said she'll get back to me. I'm certainly familiar with them, and I'll tell you, I don't have any tanks from those manufacturers, but I'm not against them. It's just, that's a brand we'll never be able to carry because that's made exclusively for the pet store. Really? You'd carry those? Why not? Our store isn't the kind of store where someone just grabs something off the shelf, takes it to the front, and buys it. When you come into my store, me or my staff is going to have a conversation with you about what it is that you're buying. You're not going to go by what's on the picture on there. We're going to educate you, and we're going to ask you, what is it that you're putting in there? You realize these fish get bigger than that. Maybe you should select these fish or whatever it is. We're going to make sure that the customer gets fit with the right fish that go in that tank that they're buying. So if we do our job properly, it really doesn't matter what fish is on the box. And did you really just say you have a date with the CEO? Yeah. Why? Well, nothing. You don't think I'm capable of pulling something like that? No, of course you can. Look at you. Like I said, it's a curse. This gift that I've been given. What are you going to do? Yeah, I bet. It must be tough. Mr. Kent Wayne, I thank you for your time. Hey, don't go away just yet. For those of you who have stuck around to the very end of this video, we've got a little bonus for you. Enjoy. It's a curse. What are you going to do? So in my interview with the hot CEO that couldn't keep her hands off of me, well, first things first, your stock price has hit kind of a low since the whole rebrand, remodel thing. What do you say to the people who just kind of wish things could just go back to the way they were? Yeah. She was totally into me. Really? Well, I'm with Aquarium Lovers magazine, and we polled our subscribers a while back about big box pet stores, and they brought up some really good points. I figured, who better to get answers from than the CEO of the pet? I would imagine she's thinking of it being a warm and inviting place that customers don't feel intimidated when she's not thinking about rubbing baby oil all over my entire body. Oh. But there's still a lot of people out there that want to go to the store and get their information face to face rather than on a website or an app. Are those people just out of luck? She did say that children are the future of this hobby when she wasn't undressing me with her eyes. Let's say that the staff at the pet store, well, quite frankly, don't really know a whole lot about how to keep aquariums. Hey buddy, eyes up here. Katrina Lane, she told me I can call her Kat. For her, it's entirely about appearance. My appearance.
You're so hot. I'm having such a hard time focusing. Ugh.
I would imagine one of the ways you do that is by having the right staff in place. Like that CEO imagines me cleaning out the litter boxes. I noticed when you described the 2-day training program, you didn't mention anything about care for the animals. How do you expect your employees to educate the customer about keeping the animals? Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of Tanks of Our Lives. I hope you got something out of it and realized that we are having a ton of fun doing these videos for you. We've got big plans, so many different ideas for videos that we can do in this format. And I gotta tell you, it's just created that spark in YouTube again. It's made this fun again. All of the responses from the fish store owner in this video today were directly pulled from answers that I received when I asked fish store owners in real life these questions. I know several mom and pop fish store owners, some very successful ones, and these are the kind of things they would say in response to those kind of questions. Mom and pop fish stores are, in my opinion, the lifeblood of this hobby. Without them, this hobby dies. So I want you to think about that next time you're feeling a little lazy and you don't want to get up and go to the fish store and you say, you know what, I'll just order it online. Just understand, the more people that do that, the faster this hobby dies. I know that sounds extreme, but I believe it from the bottom of my heart. So I encourage all of you to get off your ass and go down to your local mom and pop fish store to buy whatever it is that you need rather than ordering stuff online. And if for whatever reason they don't have what you're looking for and you want to support what Lisa and I are doing, well, then you have my permission to go to our website, keepfishkeeping.com, and you can order whatever you want from there. We have everything you'll need for your aquarium, including live plants, live snails, all the other stuff, everything. We've got it all, including the new aqua filter from CJ that you heard Miss Diana talking about earlier in this video. But please, check your mom and pop fish store first. We need them desperately. Another way you can support what Lisa and I are doing is by becoming a channel member on this channel. It's the little button next to the subscribe button that says join. We have a ton of fun with our channel members, including doing live streams every other Friday where we bring channel members onto the stream with us to show us their tanks, show us around their fish rooms, and talk all things fish. It's a ton of fun. But if you don't want to do any of that, you do have the option of just subscribing to this channel. It is totally free and, well, quite honestly, it'll make me feel a little better about myself. Times are tough. Also, just like last week, if you know the hidden little Easter eggs that I included in this video, there weren't nearly as many this week as there were in the last one, but if you know what they are, put those down in the comment section below. The first person to get all of them right, I'm gonna pin your comment to the very top of the comment section. I know that's not that big of a deal, but hey, you're at the top. Everybody's gonna see your comment. You never know, you might become famous. Lastly, if you're interested in woodworking, home improvement, DIY, all that good stuff, I have another channel that's called The Money Pit, where I'm documenting the restoration of my almost 200-year-old farmhouse. It is a lot of fun. I'd love to have you check that out. I'll put a link in the description, as well as Lisa's other channel, which is called Roots and Whiskers. Do you like cats? Everybody loves cats, don't we? Well, that's what that channel is all about. Lisa's starting a cat rescue, and it's so much fun what she's doing with that. We're gonna be doing big things with that channel. So if you're interested in cats and you wanna see some heartwarming stories, make sure you check that out. And of course, there is the Tank Talk podcast, which is an aquarium podcast that I do with my good friend Jason from Primetime Aquatics. It's the best podcast that's ever been made. And I'll say that to your face. I'll put links to all of these channels in the description down below if you want to check those out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.